wonderful people of YouTube. Welcome to Winter Resort Simulator 2, or Season 2, I think this is. I know nothing about this game. Anyway, let's have my first look here. Scenario, sandbox mode, career, Season 2. That's the one we want. Launch your own ski resort. Okay, let's continue. Season 2 content pack. Okay, start game. Right, here we go. Okay, this is my first look. Never played this before. What's it like? Is it any good? Let's have a look. Now, I didn't purchase this off Steam. I didn't actually get this sent to me free. I very rarely get... this is published by Aerosoft, by the way. I don't generally get a lot of Aerosoft publisher games sent to me. But if you shop around on other sites, you can get this at half the price of what it is on Steam. So, let's play. Welcome. Okay, welcome to the ski resort. Can't say that. How's that pronounced? Holstein? I don't know. Holstein? I don't know. In this tutorial, we're going to show you the highlights and most important features in the game. Okay. Okay, so we're going blah, 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 blah. We're going through the controls here. Got to use the keyboard. Now, I'm not a big fan of using the keyboard. I like to use the joypad, and I don't think this has got... I don't think this is joystick compatible. I think we've got to use the keyboard when in, you know, it's 2022. We should be able to use the keyboard. Have we got any settings? I don't think we can use the joypad, but I would prefer to use the joystick rather than the keyboard. I like the crunching sound in the snow. That's very realistic. Close the door. Now this is going to be interesting because I don't generally drive in any game using the keyboard. Let me just go in settings here. Can we use? I don't think we can use the joypad. There's joysticks. Can we set up a joypad? I don't know. Doesn't look like we can. I don't get that. If anybody plays this and you can use the joypad, if it is joystick compatible, let me know, because I hate using the mouse and keyboard in driving games. I'm not a big fan of it. So it gets marked down on that, because I want to use my joypad, and I suspect a lot of you would rather use a steering wheel in a driving game as well. So I don't know if it is steering wheel compatible or joystick compatible. But for now, okay, we've got to use the keyboard. This is going to be interesting, so expect I'm going to crash this a lot, because I don't like using the keyboard. Okay, so there's a lot to do before the first guests can ride down the slopes. Drive to the valley and follow the instructions. Okay, which way do we go? How do we know where the valley is? Does it show us on the mini-map? I don't think it does. How do we know which way to go? Ah, there's an icon. I've just noticed it on the screen. It is hardly visible, so it looks, if I'm correct, we've got to turn left down here. This is the way to the valley. Away we go. I have to say, this is going to be fun. I'm on the keyboard. It is so difficult for me to drive using the keyboard. So if you hate driving using the keyboard, You're not going to like this. No, I don't like the controls. It's really annoying. I mean, we're not... Oh, there we go, I've just run in the back of that car. I mean, we're not in the days of the ZX81 or the Sinclair Spectrum days, are we? Them days are long gone. But I feel as though I've gone way back on Wobbly's time machine. There's a van there, it's crashed, did you see it? Looks like there's been a little crash there. I feel as though I've gone way back on a time machine regarding the controls. I don't know why game devs don't get up to date and put steering wheel and joypad in games, in some games. No, I don't like the controls. Okay, we've learned I don't like the controls, so we've got to use the keyboard, unfortunately. So let's forget about that. Let's continue to play the game. I still want to play the game. It does look kind of fun. A lot of traffic on this road. It's definitely challenging for me, driving using the keyboard. Right, we're here. Okay, we put the handbrake on, get out, open the door to the garage, so we go in this way. In we go. Looks like we've got all sorts of equipment in here, as one would expect in a garage. We said garage, posh then, Wobbles. Garage, garage. Open the door. Okay, I pressed something, it's gone. Oh, I thought it was going to crash then, but no. There we go. The door does open. Now get back in the car again. Park your car in the garage. Close the gate. It's interesting how they call them gates. To me, that's a garage door. Open the second gate or door. Piston bully. Is that what this is called? Have I read that correctly? A piston bully. Lift the groomer. What is a groomer and what does it do? drive out of the garage. This would be so much better if I could play this on my joypad. Even more better if I could use the steering wheel. Okay, we've driven out of the garage, but we're not in the right place then. Now we've got to go forward just a little bit more. Okay, turn on the low beams. Turn on the beacon lights. Ah, we've got beacon lights. Turn on the working lights. Work lights. Number pad on the keyboard. I think my number pad is turned off. I've got to have a look here. I've got to turn my number pad on the keyboard. There we go. I'm not going to remember all these keyboard commands. Gonna need a good memory to play this game, Wobbles. I'm gonna have to write them all down. I think it does have a manual, I have seen. On the Steam page, I'm sure I saw a manual. One could use that as a reference. Okay, drive to the slope. Yay, away we go. This is the fun bit. I've not changed any of my graphics settings, by the way. I've just sort of dived straight into this game, so I might be able to do a little bit more adjustments regarding the graphics, but I thought I would just mention that. Okay, so we're going to groom the slope. Unusual. I mean, where I come from, groom and groomer means something different, obviously, to what it means out here. So it looks like we're actually raking the side of the slope. It looks like a rake. I don't know what it actually does. If anybody knows what this actually does or why they do this, let me know in the comments section below, because I don't really know. Right, so we just got to go around here and groom the slope. We've actually got skiers coming down the slope as we're doing this. Surely that's dangerous. Do we do that in real life? It's like cultivating, isn't it? I feel as though I'm cultivating in the snow. I was just seeing there if we actually knock the signs down, but we don't. We can actually drive straight through them. So on a plus note, I am approximately coming up to 15 minutes of playing this game, and I still actually want to play it. I can make my mind up about some games just within 3 minutes and turn them off and think I don't want to play that game. It's not for me. But 15 minutes in, I'm still playing this, which is a good sign for me. Oh, I've not seen that on the screen at the bottom. I can hardly read that because it's white text on white textures on the snow. It's difficult to read. So you can now skip this task if we want to. Okay, so we'll actually skip this task. We don't want to go round another time, do we? Oh, there's a skier there. He nearly crashed into my piston bully. Okay, so we'll skip this. Okay, so that's the piston bully driven back to the garage. So we got to walk to this place here. I'm not going to try to pronounce it because I can't say it. Lots of people waiting here at the bottom of the ski slope, it looks like. Oh, lots of on-screen guest information just come up there. Right, what have we got to do here? I presume we've got to operate this this ski lift here. In this tutorial, we're going to show you how to feed the... can't say that word, but it's on the screen. I will call it a ski lift. Okay, switch on the light. Okay, where's the light? Right, in here, it looks like. Is it in this one? Open the door. There's another. What's that? Looks like that's just a little cupboard, isn't it? I mean, what's that for? It just looks useless. What do you do here? Is this where you, perhaps you lock the guests you don't particularly like in here? I mean, what would you use this for? Maybe you put skis in it. I don't know, tools, but looks like some sort of closet. Open the door, so the light must be in here. Oh, look, we got a closet there. What's in here? Let's just have a little nose. Empty. Switch the light on. Switch on the system. Can we sit in the seat? Yes, we can. Okay, we've got lots of buttons here. System on. The touch screen is of particular importance for operating the ropeway. We will now use it to change the operation mode to feed. To swing in the main line switch, this will enable the carriers to run from parking to the track. Okay, how do we do that? This seems quite complicated, this does. How do you remember all this? Because I've already forgotten what buttons to press if I was obviously have to come back and do this again without any help icons. Right, swing switch, feed in. So that looks like it is on this control panel here. Lots of different control panels for this system. It's so confusing. Next we have to get the parking ready. Open the gate and turn on the parking control. Now, where is the gate? Now, is it a gate or a door? Where's the gate? No idea where the gate is. Next we have to get the parking ready. Open the gate and turn on the parking control. Reset. No. Okay, here's the gate. It is actually the door. Open the door. They are called gates here. So, this door here is the gate. This sliding door. So we open the sliding door. Right, switch on parking light. Where's the parking light? So many control panels. Switch on parking control. Swing switch W4 out. Okay, where's swing switch W4 out? I've no idea. God, there's so many different control panels to this. It's so complicated. Oh, it's right over. It's the other side. Now, when the engineers built this, why didn't they put all the controls in one place? Is there a logical reason why they didn't do that? Put all the actual controls in one area? Why are all the controls all in different areas? Swing switch W5 in. That's over here. Another control panel. No surprise there. The parking is now ready. Let's start the ropeway. No doubt we've got to go to a different control panel to start the ropeway. Start the main line. This is really difficult. This is quite complicated. Once you know all this, I suppose it's a lot of fun, but at the moment it's a massive learning curve. Have you got to do this all the time? How do you remember this? Okay, so it's running, and we've got to launch the first carrier. Now I'm trying to find how we do that. I'm looking for the icon. They're not that easy to see on the screen. It's not in here, is it? We have to mark it. Does it say to make the other station staff aware of the first carrier? Immediately after that, we have to mark it to make the other station staff aware of the first carrier. Launch first carrier. How do we do that? Where do we go? What do we do? How do we know what to do? I don't know what to do. I'm just resetting this. Which direction do we go and which control panel do I need to go to? They're moving. Ah, I can see the icon. This is dangerous. It looks like I've got to walk in between these carriers here. There's the control panel. This control panel here. This is dangerous. There we go. Start feeding. Now we've got to go to this control panel here and press that button. So I guess we're now waiting to empty the middle track, or we're waiting for all these carriers, thingy-majiggies, whatever you call them, to go up to the top and come back down possibly. I don't know. So we'll just stand here pretending we know what we're doing. Now as far as simulation goes, this seems quite in depth. It does seem quite good, and I would imagine it's on par with the real thing. You've got to know what you're doing, which I clearly don't know what I'm doing. Which makes me wonder, how difficult is it to get this thing running once you've played through the tutorial? How do you remember all of this? It seems quite difficult. So we've just got to wait for the first carrier to come back down, it looks like. So we'll just wait here and mingle with the guests, who seem very talkative and very enthusiastic and excited about their day, getting on the ski slope. So I don't know how long this is going to take, but we've just got to sit here or stand here in the cold and wait. I suppose I could go in the office and have a sandwich, a coffee, or whatever people do while they're waiting for this ski lift thingy-majig to go up and down. What I will say while we're waiting for the next instructions is I had a look at the reviews for this game, and they are mostly positive. It would seem that players who have previously played this game are enjoying playing it, and I can actually see why, because the only negative thing I can say so far, I mean, I've only played it for 30 minutes, but the only negative thing I can say so far is I would prefer to be able to use my joypad on the driving, or even my steering wheel, but I think I would prefer to at least be able to use my joypad, and it appears there's a possibility that you can't do that, but I do want to continue playing it. I can't do a review of this game other than what I've already said at the moment, because based on 30 minutes of gameplay, how do you know as a player to give a review, whether it's good or not? So I'm just saying to you, on Steam, based on the Steam forum, I had a look at the reviews, and it would appear that players are enjoying playing this game. I can see why, because I want to continue playing it. And we're still waiting here. We've got to wait for all these carriers to leave this building and go up the slope and possibly come back down, I think. Oh, the bell's ringing. The first carrier is back. Do not stop the roadway yet. Wait for shutdown. Okay. Swing switch feed out. So we're back on the control panels again. it's quite in depth. This is. There's quite a lot to operating this ropeway. Like I say, how do you know how to do this in the future? That's going to be interesting. If I come back and play this, and I most definitely am going to play this game a little bit more after I've done this video. I may do a follow-up video, I don't know, but I do want to play this as a player. I do actually want to play this game. Well done. Now close the gate and go back to the command room. The command room. Okay, so we shut the door. Back to the command center or room. Close the doors, keep the warmth in. Open the parking system menu. There's a lot to it, isn't there? Can you imagine the health and safety on this ropeway in real life? Switch to the overview page. Oh, we've got to call the other station. So, this must be a radio or phone. Have we seen a phone on the desk? Call the other station. There's the phone. There we go. Let's call the other station. Ooh, look at this. Login station. The system is still in service mode. No guests may be transported in this operating mode. Switch to passenger mode. Passenger mode. Almost done. It's time to start the ropeway. It actually takes quite a long time to start this ropeway, I've learnt in this tutorial. Start the main line. Don't tell me we've got to go to another control panel. Oh, there we go. By Jove, I think we've done it. Oh no. Speed control. You should consider operating the ropeway at full speed only if you really need it. This way you can save a lot of costs. So we've got to slow it down. Okay, let's slow it down. What did it say slow it down to? Was it 1 or 1.1? I'll go for... I don't know if it was 1 or 1.1. Set up entrance barrier. We've not finished yet. How do you remember all of this? Okay, have we finished now? Good work. You have successfully feeded the ropeway. The first part of our task is done. By now, time to deliver to the chalet. So I think we've done that. Now that was quite complicated. Now one would hope in the future that there is hints to help you operate that, because there's no way, I can't remember all that. So I hope you've been paying attention and taking notes, because there's no way I can remember all that. Open the gate. Open the gate. Now open the first gate again. So open the door. So we've got to run back to the garage. One would Luke. And luckily it's only up here. So we're going to open the garage door. Now a gate to me, where I come from, doesn't look like this. That's a door, yes. Close the door. Now, to me, this is a garage door, not a gate. Where I come from, we call them shutter doors or rolling doors or even doors. We don't call them gates. Okay, so drive out. So we're going to do a delivery, it would seem. So hopefully this will be a little bit easier than operating that ropeway thingy-majiggy what we've just done. So we're back to driving on the keyboard. We've got to close the door. we've got to close the gate. I've left all my flashing beacons on there on my piston bully. Couldn't be bothered switching them off. Might have a flat battery in the morning. We will see. Close the door. Try again. Get in the car. Pick up delivery. Away we go. Very difficult for me to actually drive this vehicle using the keyboard. However, if you're a master on the keys, then you will have no problem. But for me personally, driving using the keyboard, I always find difficult because it's something I just don't do in games. Is this where we collect from? What are we collecting? Where is the collection? Can't see. Am I in the right place? Oh, there we go. Someone's just threw them from the top of the building, it would appear. They've just appeared. They've just been thrown there. Open the tailgate. Oh, look at that. Actually got to open the tailgate there. Right, well, we've got to pick them up soon. How do we do that? I'm trying to walk over to them. I can't walk. My legs are frozen. Right, they've actually got fragile on them this way up. Right, okay. We've just got to put them in the back of here. Dumpty 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 dee, dumpty dumpty dee dee, dumpty 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 dee, dumpty dumpty dee 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 dee, dumpty 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 day, dumpty dee 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 dee, busy as a bee, dumpty 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 day, dumpty dump. I don't know if I'm going to fit them in. We got them all. Oh, I've dropped that one. Probably broke it. I don't know what's in there actually. It says fragile. That one, oh, that one's most definitely broken. They won't know, will they? Close the tailgate. Get in, and I presume now we've just got to go and deliver them. So it's all go on the slopes. Busy, busy, busy. Oh, there's a possibility they may bounce out. So it looks like we've got to drive rather carefully. Now, which way do we go? How do we know which way to go? We're looking for that icon on the screen which tells us, which is very difficult to see because it's the same colour as the snow. Which way do we go? Ah, there we go. We've got to turn left. Once has put the indicator on as well, and that's pressing another key. How difficult is that? Unless you're used to the keyboard, of course. Right, off we go to make our delivery. Now, we are, of course, driving very carefully because we've got a fragile load on board. Excellent, you have successfully delivered all the packages. No, we haven't. Deliver the packages at the marked spot. Okay, where is the marked spot? It's difficult to read the text on screen because it's the same colour as the snow. Deliver the packages. Where do we deliver the packages? Round here, round the corner. Ah, there we go. It's disappeared. One delivered. Dumpty 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 dee, dumpty dumpty day, dumpty 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 dee. Parcel number 2. Dumpty 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 dee. This side up. That one's not broke. Dumpty 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 dee, dumpty dumpty day. Hey, deck chairs are out. People like sitting outside on a winter's day on their deck chairs. Dumpty 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 dee, dumpty dumpty day. Right, one more. There we go. Really dropped it then. Close the tailgate. Yeah, I can see why people like this game and why it has actually got positive reviews. I actually want to continue playing this. Ah, you have finished the introductory tutorial. New vehicles, ropeways and much more await you. Press escape to get to know the rest of the game. Fantastic work. Well, yeah, it's a massive learning curve, I think this game is. I think once you've learnt it all, it will become a lot more enjoyable. Now, I do actually want to continue playing this game, but I'm not going to do that today. Maybe I will do a follow-up video. I don't know. One thing for sure is I'm going to play this a little bit more. So, yeah, thanks for watching. Don't forget to check out my other videos. Maybe consider subscribing if you haven't done so already. And maybe if Aerosoft, the publisher, is watching this, maybe they wish to send me a few more of their games, because I did actually quite enjoy playing this one. So, tatty bye for now.